Yeah, I'm.
Or why even bother making the TI or the original if you're gonna just release the Super?
Or honestly, for that kind of difference, if you really think about it, what's the difference between the real difference between a 4070, a 4080, and a 4090? Where's the
Actually, dramatic differences. Where if you go with 4070, there's like a 50% increase to the 4080. From the 4080 to the 4090, that's like a 200%
okay? Now for
increase.
comparison, a 4070 Super versus a 4090.
That's like a 300% increase, basically. I'm pulling that number out of my ass, but it's a
Okay,
massive difference. So I understand having a price. Okay, uh, price stuff. Why is it that the 2080 is the same price point as a 4080 when the 4080 is more powerful? The 2080 is two generations behind,
right, right.
and is a cheaper, sorry, higher price point. Two generations behind and
Okay.
$200 more.
Case in point, processors. I'm running a 13th gen, if I remember correctly,
Yes, you are running a 13th
because
gen
the
i7.
14th gen was a slight performance increase.
No, for a,
It was not
it was about a 15% increase for a 200%, sorry, almost a
for
200%
right,
increase.
right, exactly, and that's my point. 20% increase and double or double or triple the price makes no sense.
Or having to buy a brand new motherboard every time you want to buy a CPU.
Yeah, what was wrong with the old sockets? I mean, I understand, for example, when they went to, and I'm probably skipping stuff in here, but when they went from, basically the old Pentium 2 sockets to, you know, an actual socket.
Well, there's two different sockets. You got the pins on the chip and pins on the CPU and pins on the board.
Right, well, I understand why they went from basically, the Pentium 2 was basically, I don't remember the exact size, but it was along the lines of a PCIe socket.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a socket, it was a slot. I understand going from that to the actual sockets now.
Yeah.
But why is it every time they make a new generation of processor, they make a new socket? What's the point? What's wrong with the old socket?
I understand why AMD went from the AM4 to the AM5. The AM5 with the pins on the board is better performance. You can fit more pins.
Yeah.
My problem is with Intel. It's basically the same board over and over and over again. A price increase and a slight performance increase. I know architecture changes, but still. It should not cost you $300 every upgrade because of a fucking
Right. No,
slight tweak.
exactly. But I also understand the whole thing of, okay, why are they basically making the same board over and over? Because it works. And if the actual technology, if the architecture hasn't changed that much, why change what's working?
Why fix what's not broken?
Exactly.
Same reason why we still use the Abrams. Don't fix what ain't broke.
And that's why if you really, really look at it, BIOS, or whatever they're calling it now,
UEFI.
really hasn't changed in
Two and a half decades.
honestly, like 40 years.
Well, I understand why they changed it from
Bi-
BIOS to UEFI.
whatever they're calling it. I mean, it's the board integrated operating system and it's BIOS. It's the software that's on the chip, that's on the board, that controls the board, that makes the board work. The actual operating system hasn't really changed since the 80s.
I understand why we went from BIOS to UEFI. Way easier to way faster to go through.
They've changed,
For newer PC people.
right, they've changed the interface for it, so it's easier to use it, but the actual operation of that software really hasn't changed since PCs became a thing.
Yeah.
Back when you
Because-
started with, you had your choice of getting an IBM or an IBM compatible. They weren't even PCs yet.
Back when you could buy Atari and IBM.
Back when the
Or-
first PC, so to speak, and the first IBM operating system that I saw was a leading edge IBM compatible. Like I said, they didn't even call them PCs because they weren't personal computers yet. You either got IBM or you got something compatible with the IBM system. And then they became PCs when you started having all these other companies coming out with their own stuff, their own architecture, their own technology. Which sadly, the reality of it is, it was all based off IBM, so everything was built to be IBM compatible. And then Microsoft skyrocketed and kind of took over.
That's because Microsoft did their own way of doing it, which did actually help stuff.
They came up with the graphical user interface, in terms of for an operating system. Because before that, if you didn't know DOS, if you didn't know how to use command prompt, you didn't use a computer.
Any more dogs? Nope? Okay. I can close the door. I have a problem.
Just one?
In this current situation, yes, just one.
Okay.
I have a full inventory of books for you,
Oh,
and I'm in the final section of the crack book where
wait,
got-
your inventory is full of nothing but books?
one, when you have 2 rows of books in your inventory, it's basically an inventory full of books. And I'm not even done looting the place.
So start deciding what's important, what you can throw away.
Do you care if I have cobblestone?
No. Cobblestone I just scrapped down into stone, so.
I thought you would put it in the forge.
Well, I could, but it's just stone, so stone is not something we're worried about right now.
Do you care about nails?
Nope. Not really using them all that much. It's not like I can't make them.
What about... We're not worried about sand or clay.
Not particularly.
Ooh. Hey, I got a better pipe shotgun. I will just scrap the one I have. Do you have an iron breaker mod?
An Iron Breaker mod. I don't think so. No, I have Bunker Buster.
Do we care about paper?
No.
Not too worried
I mean,
about...
unless you need to wipe your butt.
Sorry, I haven't had diarrhea recently.
Were you drinking the murky water?
Not recently.
Oh.
So I had a laugh about Wednesday
Oh, huh.
about Kaylee and what she had to deal with. Yeah, the same night I threw up.
Congratulations.
It sucked too. Mainly, mainly because my entire torso contracted.
Tough one.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Just doing my job.
Okay, I am on my way back. There's been people beating on this cracker book for half an hour now. I just snapped a zombie's neck with my pistol.
Okay.
Well,
That ranks up through a scalping them with a baton.
they snapped their head to the right. I snapped their neck with a pistol. It's not like they have a lead-plated brain or something. Oh, now they do. Putting a couple things in my...
Give them a good case of terminal kinetic energy poisoning.
Yep. Oh, I should probably mark this building. Sharing it with you.
Map. Yay, crack a book. Save. Alright.
Yeah, there's there's a town pretty close.
Closer than a kilometer or two?
When I can actually see it on my map when fully zoomed out.
Yeah, that's closer. Alright, let's see. Where do I need? I was working on...
It's-
Oh, yes, this.
Let me go find the edge of town that's close.
I need to up my strength. Woo! I'm strong.
Well, thank you for reminding me.
I need another point of strength.
I'm scrawny now.
I'm strong.
I need some strength to learn how to cook apparently.
Yeah, wait, you need strength to cook?
Yeah, because Master Chef is under strength.
Well, I suppose you need that strength to you know, chop up potatoes and...
Oh God. Well, I found out who's in this town.
Is it you? Or no,
No.
wrecked? Oh,
It's wrecked.
jeez. Just what we need.
Hey, at least he's in the desert. He can suffer.
You got wrecked.
I also have a bird on my ass. Quite literally.
So you're getting wrecked.
Sure. Okay, when this town's 1.5 kilometers away from base.
Yeah, that's closer. That's closer.
Uh, I headed directly west of our base, so. Do you know if Hugh's open yet?
Probably not. I mean, it's only like 4:30.
Hey, fuck, the bird's finally off my ass.
So why don't you kill it?
Because I don't want to waste the ammo.
Hit it with a stick.
I don't have the stamina for that.
Oh.
It's not like I don't have the HP to tank it, so. I love how breaking, but you do once in a while get picked up through Discord when vaping. That sounds like static. I don't know why Bones some. Oh, I probably ran over one of these dead logs. Never mind. I thought I ran over a bone and it sounded like I broke a piece of wood. Recording. Split.
Oh.